Hi, this is Matt Paulson. Today we're going to look at a video by Tucker Carlson. Tucker seemingly takes money from Qatar. Now he's invented the idea that the 9/11 report was made so that it would justify war with Iraq. See if there's any proof for that. Let's see what Tucker Carlson has to say.
What to you, though, Tucker, are the biggest lies perpetrated on the American people from 9/11?
Well, the core lie is the 9/11 Commission itself, which was an instrument, a political instrument of the Bush administration run by a guy called Philip Zelikow. And from beginning to end, he stage managed the explanation for 9/11 in a way that benefited the neoconservative factions within the Bush administration. The point was to leverage the pain and outrage of that day and use it to convince Americans that we ought to invade Iraq, which of course had nothing whatsoever to do with 9/11. And he wrote the commission report with that in mind. And by the way, he wrote it before the investigation took place. He literally sketched it out before they knew what the facts were.
Oh, Tucker, that's a lie. There's no proof that the 768 pages were pinned before the investigation was over. You can make that accusation, but that's silly. There's no way that a multi-authored report can come together before the final investigation is done. Tucker has no proof that there's any preconceived notion that was written down in paper before the report was given. Iraq is not even mentioned in the 9/11 report. So it's really difficult to say that the 9/11 report was sketched together to prove that Iraq was involved in 9/11 when it's not even mentioned in the report. But the Bush administration used WMD's weapons of mass destruction as their real reason to go to war in Iraq. I asked the ChatGPT if there was any evidence for the report being written before the final investigation, and there's no evidence. There's nothing that says that the report was put together before the final investigation. So Tucker Carlson is full of baloney.